Just sold on eBay late yesterday evening. Evil Ernie, issue number 2 from Malibu Eternity Comics from 1992 for $205. And I'll tell you how much I originally paid for the comic and where I got the comic. So this is graded a 9.6. It is a Brian Pulido story, Stephen Hughes art, and Eric Mache cover. Evil Ernie issue number 2 from 1992. And it has the very first Lady Death cover on the front. Also has a great image of Evil Ernie. Such a beautiful issue. Now, the print run for issue number 1 was 12,000 copies, reportedly. And the print run for issue number 2 is actually less. Around 7,000 of these copies exist, if you can find them. Very low print run. So how did I get these comics? I'll never forget. It was October 2018, and I wasn't going to go with my dad, but my dad said, let's go to an estate sale in New York. And we live in Connecticut. So I was reluctant to go, but I went, and I'm so glad I went. We made a wrong turn, got there about 10-15 minutes late, and usually the early birds get the worm. They find all the good stuff pretty quick. Anyway, went down to the basement area, finished basement, and looking around, and I see a couple of guys already picked up some comics, etc. Went over to this one table, and I was, milling through it, and I stumble upon all these Evil Ernies, issues 1 and 2, and also they had a preview of Evil Ernie, which I also picked up. So I had these two guys that didn't really know a lot about comic books, but they were, guys like me who are like thrifters and treasure seekers, treasure hunters. They're looking for like a quick resale flip. So both of the guys asked me, are these comic books worth anything? And of course, I lied. I'm not going to tell them the truth. They're my competition. So I said, no, they're not worth anything. I really didn't know what the value of these comics were going to be, but I knew that they were quite rare. So I picked all of them up, and I didn't go to check out right away. My trick is, when I go to estate sales, is that I generally don't want the people who are running it to know that I have knowledge of these comics. So basically I play dumb. My father is there, and my father picks up a couple of Gigantor toys and some artwork pencils. And I pick up some Gigantor keychains. So I bundle a lot of stuff together. Picked up some other comics that had lizards on the front. Interplanetary lizards. Forgot what it was, of the Texas plains. Not a rare comic. But anyway, we bundle all the stuff up together. And I'm praying and hoping that the people who are running it don't charge us a lot for, especially for the comic books. At the end of the day, is the lady there said, "How's 50 cents a comic book?" And I immediately said yes. I was not going to hesitate on that at all. I said yes, no problem. 50 cents a comic book. I sold all of my issue 1s at an average of $250 to $500 each. Now, when I got these comics from this estate sale, they were not yet graded in this encapsulated holder by CGC. They were all raw, ungraded, loose. And a lot of them were really in beautiful dead mint condition. So I sent in all my issue 1s and 2s and the preview one of Evil Ernie into CGC. I immediately, when I got them back, the very first Evil Ernie I sold was the preview one. Got a couple hundred for that. And then I had a few high-grade Evil Ernies of around 9.6, 9.4. Sold those have an average of $450, $500 each. All my evil Ernie number ones are now sold. They're gone. And so all I have left are evil Ernie's number two. I've sold two. I believe I have 6 or 7 left. This is the second highest grade one I sold. The highest grade one I sold of Evil Ernie issue number 2 was a 9.8, and I think I sold that for close to $400. I have to check my records on that. This 9.6, not worth as much as I thought it would be, but I had a guy message me 3 times yesterday begging and pleading to get it from me. He first it off at 160, which I immediately declined. He came back at 175. I declined that. And I wrote him a message. I researched to see what these were currently going for, and they go for around $200 in that neighborhood, or a little bit less. So I said to the guy, $200 plus my $5 shipping, and these comics are yours. So sure enough, later on in the evening, bam, $205 in my PayPal account. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm known as eBay Man David. On Twitter, I'm known as eBay_man. And be sure to check out my eBay store, Treasures in My Home. Thanks for watching.